Silent Hill for The Room. We get on different main antagonists, and this is pretty much the opening of the game. I couldn't have time to show you the opening from Silent Hill 3, but it's pretty awesome opening. And I gotta admit, this opening is downright terrifyingly scary. You see these random monsters, you see the hero beating up the creatures, ones that can float, ones that make sounds, and not to mention good soundtrack. This is pretty much how the game begins. You're playing Henry, that's stuck in his apartment, and unlike I think Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3, the main titles were a bit generic, but this one got a better one. Ultimate silence and pretty much scary imagery and random screaming. And you get the camera view of seeing his apartment all gory blood. It's filthy and rusty too. But it turns out to be a dream. You can only look at the outside world. All then, not to mention a part of your apartment door that's locked up and chained for some reason. You could try to call on the phone number, but there will be no answer, or put scary static sounds. And you meet this pretty woman named Heen. Unlike the first, second, and third game of Silent Hill, you can play in the only main antagonist, Henry, and he has the ability to use his attack charge to make him go invisible, while fighting these random enemies of dogs, phone ghosts are invisible, which I'll get to in a moment. And a few jump scares, which I gotta admit, and it is pretty scary, especially this scene here with these horrible demon dogs doing cannibalism to that one. You have a charge meter, or you can use, that will make Henry invisible. Oh, and you use other sorts of tech weapons. Unlike the third 1, 2, and 3 games, you end up in like pretty much a subway, middle of the forest, abandoned building, and other apartments, and basically of course, the nurse's office. This game gets like a whole new level of being scary. Just plainly scary, because the third one was the scariest one of them all. Henry, he is the only character to go through those holes in the walls and end up in his apartment. I played this game before, but I never get to finish it. And I do have the Xbox of it. Not to mention, every time you return to your apartment, and when he takes damage, you'll restore some health. But sometimes, when you're in the apartment, you'll have like random jump scares that you'll be basically unnoticing will show up half the time. Also, if you get like much items as possible, you can put them in the huge tank case, just like in the Resident Evil games. If you don't have enough room for your items, you have to always put them in the big trunk. And there's a big hole. That's right next to his restroom, bathroom. You also meet this character, Jasper, or if you return to your apartment, you'll give him liquid. Not to mention the death scenes can be pretty brutal. Recreating how the way Jasper dies is pretty horrifyingly messed up. He gets burnt alive. Even he still gives you the number code. How to solve puzzles. This is pretty much how the game goes. You'll meet other characters that'll die there and die in real life. Ones that Harry and Lee have failed to save, he will randomly become invisible ghosts. They'll probably follow you throughout the entirety of the game. So you want to make sure you got like strong hooks and they'll just stay there or never get back up. Also, there's these weird, disturbing creatures that you'll encounter as well. And just like the last games, you'll have to look at their diary he adds on. There are other quite things about this game. The backgrounds are well donely made. Programmably perfect for this game franchise. I almost forgot to mention this game came out nearly a year ago. Since Silent Hill 3 came out 2003, and this one came out in 2004. And the voice actors sound a little bit too quiet, and the one that plays Henry. But to its credit, the voice acting to these characters are pretty spot on. And the word for it? Antically. Perfectly incredible enough to them. Oh yeah, there's a kid. And you had to look after too. Yep, just like in Silent Hill 2, there'll probably be a good kid or a bad kid. This game is no exception to being downright scary. You get chased by these creatures as well, the ghost ones you just saw. First time I saw this like years ago, I was really terrified. Also, you see the hands on the walls? It just shows the part on how many more died. And then there'll probably be like more than in 5 or 10 more. There'll be like 20 ghosts that chase after our main hero. Also, there's a cameo of probably the rabbit from the 3rd game. And you'll look through the peeping hole from your neighbor's apartment. It doesn't leave a question why Henry just doesn't yell for help on why he's trapped in his apartment. And you can say game anytime you want when you return to your apartment. Also, I forgot to mention you have to use candles to defend yourself to make sure no demon or ghost will show up every time you return to your apartment when you're finishing a mission. Which will make the game and the word for it less difficult. And to make sure this review probably won't be too long to do, which it probably will be. Need 2 more parts of this review. Sure, you have to search through more puzzles, but it'll be a little bit easier. I also forget to mention, in the last Silent Hill games, I did not explain much. 2 and 3 will make you have different puzzles. While you're playing this on easy, normal, or hard. If you're playing this on hard mode, it would take a while to finish off the bad guys, and most likely do different types of puzzles. Believe me, I know. I heard it pretty much from NitroRad, and his video is already several years old. And I find this game very fascinatingly scary. Just scary, that's all. The 3rd one was the most terrifyingest one of all. Also, you find her badly damaged, but if you give her like the most amount of weapons, she can be useful. But at times it'll be almost hard to get through. And just like Silent Hill 2, it's a defend your character cliche. Unlike Maria from Silent Hill 2. She doesn't die. This makes the game a little bit less frustrating thing to do. Believe me, I would know how this game goes. You also meet Walter Solomon, and you don't even know it's him until you talk to him, and like a normal human being. He's the one that started it all, who murdered those innocent beings. But our hero Henry doesn't know that until later on in the game that he's the masked murderer. Or the whole time. And later on you'll have her return to your apartment. And you'll no longer have any healing items, so you have to be careful on what you do in this game. You'll take damage in your apartment, so you have to act fast before it's too late. And I'll explain the rest of this in part 2 of Silent Hill 4. Catch you in the next video, mateys!